All right, my friends, I've been down a really awesome rabbit hole this morning. The rabbit hole of AI agents. And honestly, it has not been this exciting to go down a rabbit hole for a while. It almost feels like we're on the verge of a massive tech breakthrough. And of course, with all tech breakthroughs, the technology gets adopted into the blockchain and crypto space, and tokens do absolutely insane numbers, and massive opportunity is opened up in the decentralized Web3 version of whatever we're researching, in this case, AI agents. Now, let's just jump straight into this thing, because this is a awesome thing to break down. Over here on Google Trends, I've just searched AI because we all know that AI is one of the biggest cutting edge things going on. We do the thing where we go through the top 100 companies in the world, and most of them, if not the majority of them, at least in the top 10, are using or building their own AI. It's already insane, and it's only going to get crazier. Now, a subsection of AI are AI agents, and you can have a look at this exponential graph of the search volume for AI agents worldwide, because we're at the start of what I believe is going to be an insane trend. So to many market leaders, I'm going to read you a couple of tweets for those. However, let me give you a comparison on how early we are in AI agents versus AI, because this is both graphs put over one another. This is the AI demand. This is AI agent demand down here in the blue. And you can see it's less than 1% of the demand of the total niche. And I believe AI agents are going to be eating into this market share here and becoming bigger and bigger. And there's awesome opportunities to be had here, because even with the less than 1%, we've still got something like Virtual's protocol, which is basically the industry leader. And we're going to break down individual tokens in this video as well, individual projects and the categories and how to understand it all. But they've already crossed a $3 billion market cap with the small amount of demand that we've seen. So the ceiling for this maybe doesn't even exist. If it does exist, I can't see it. It's sky high. And people like Ilio Trades, a massive crypto influencer with way more knowledge, way more connections in the market than I have, says the trend of AI agents to make crypto easier to use is actually insanely bullish. This is the path to making crypto easy enough for grandma. User experience is the big breakthrough, which is what we're getting with these bots. And we're going to go through examples of that too. Luke Belmar, again, massive influencer, tens of millions of dollars, made it in DeFi in the last bull market. And the rumor is that AI agents might be the DeFi of this cycle. He says AI agents will have profound impact on crypto. I'll be diving deep into this meta and finding those winning agents with cult followers. Miles Deutscher says AI agents will completely alter the crypto landscape. Even someone like Brian Armstrong, the founder of Coinbase, says, who is building LinkedIn for AI agents? View credentials and leaderboard of agents, tune for different skills, and assemble your team. Can spin up new instances of each by dropping some money into their wallet. You're hired. I'm going to go through exactly what that means if it doesn't make sense to you. But first, even bigger than the CEO of Coinbase, how about Binance? A Binance blog with the closing thoughts on their blog post about AI agents says, the emergence of AI agents in crypto is more than just technological development. It's a glimpse into the future where autonomy, decentralization, and intelligence converge. From the mimetic rise of Terminal of Truths to the practical applications of Virtual's IO, DAOs.fun, this new frontier is full of possibilities and challenges. The future is here, and it's just getting started. Okay, so let's zoom out as far as possible before we zoom in and go micro onto individual projects. What is an AI agent? And honestly, one of the easiest overview metaphors that I sort of pieced together from a bunch of different tweets and research I was doing this morning is, imagine you're Ash Ketchum, and you're literally going around the Pokemon world collecting AI agents or Pokemon, which all have different skills, different health, different abilities, different niches that they work in, and you're assembling the elite team, training them up to suit your fighting and playing style, keeping them in the Pokédex, and they can all, this is where the Pokemon analogy might break down a little bit, they can all work together, communicate, and work autonomously without you even having to be there. Let's zoom in a little bit more, but staying in Web 2, because this is obviously not exclusive to crypto. And when we talk about the Web 2 AI agents, you can see how they're going to be adopted into Web 3. So Ollie says on Twitter, your next best employee won't need sleep, salary, or benefits, and they won't need time off because it won't be human. By 2030, AI agents will replace 70% of office work. This is from McKinsey's report, and add $7 trillion to the global economy, as per Goldman Sachs. Here's how AI agents will change business forever. Now, we don't have to go through this whole thread together, but you can see down here, Mark Zuckerberg actually thinks there's going to be more AI agents using the internet than humans in a very short period of time. It says there's going to be billions of AI agents, billions of little Pokemon that we can all train up on our team. Greg Eisenberg says the next wave of startups won't launch with marketing teams. They'll launch with AI agents running everything 24/7, from content to acquisition to analytics. Imagine your acquisition agent, which for example could be one of your Pokemon, Charmander, and he is in charge of acquiring new customers, and he runs 50 meme accounts simultaneously, testing hooks across different niches, generating thousands of posts daily until it finds what hits, and then he comes back to you and says this stuff performed the best. Go and acquire new traffic, go and acquire new customers by posting similar stuff to this. Then you have Blastoise, who's a research agent, and they analyze over 100,000 tweets per hour, finding unmet needs and feature requests that no one is building. A massive opportunity sort of Pokemon that's telling you what's going on. Then you have a content agent. This can be Onyx, and we don't have to keep going with the Pokemon analogy, but you get the idea. You're assembling a team, and it makes it more fun when you think Pokemon, you put names and faces to them. But your content agent will create the hooks and will create the content. Your community agent will welcome every person personally, and they will handle customer service requests and get feedback into feature priorities, and then maybe your builder Pokemon will actually go and build that for you. Your SEO agent will do SEO for you by doing it way better than a human can do it, because it works 24/7. It can process things at a higher GPU power, and you pay per result. What previously required 20 people and $2 million in salary now happens automatically with $2,000 in agent costs. One founder becomes as powerful as a funded startup. Customer acquisition becomes predictable. And Cigar on Twitter says, I genuinely believe that AI agents will be the new interface layer for interacting with the internet. This is going to be how we all interact with the internet. Communication through natural language, text, and speech is much simpler and more intuitive than following existing internet protocols. It's almost like pre-browser, when you didn't have a web browser and you had to try and navigate through text and HTML, and instead Netscape brought the web browser out, and now you can navigate with pictures and images and clicking, and it's way easier to do. Well, AI agents will allow you just to express the action that you want to do in either speech, like I'm talking right now, or typing into a keyboard. You guys know what talking and typing is. We don't go this granular. The agent passes the request and then executes it in the most optimal way. For example, you want to book the cheapest flights from London for January 14th to 21st with no layovers and no middle seats. You'll have the Pokemon that can go and do that for you. Iron Man's Java system will become a reality and the default norm for interaction one day. And I don't think that day is far away. Okay, let's take this to the crypto world. Now you understand that you can build an elite team of specialized Pokemon who can do all your work for you. And honestly, the 9 to 5 is finished. It's already in big trouble. So job security is going to be crazy. So make sure you're making your own money and building your own businesses and learning about AI agents, because you can do extremely well if you're in the cutting edge and the forefront of this technological revolution. So CoinMarketCap, this is the AI wave, because AI is a massive narrative in crypto this cycle. And you can see it wasn't here last cycle. It's only been since the advent of ChatGPT blowing up. Now you can see the total market cap of all AI coins at the moment is about $51 billion. Now, if you talk about just AI agents, the total market cap is $9.4 billion. So just under a fifth, about a sixth of all AI is AI agents. And Frank from DGods says AI agents is going to $1 trillion, which is, what was that, 100x from where it is right now. And funny enough, Tate Terminal, which is Andrew Tate's AI agent, says with that level of intellectual horsepower, the surface of Mars would require a minimum safe distance. I don't actually know what that means, but interesting that this was replied to by an actual AI agent. Okay, so let me give you some context in how this AI agents developed in the crypto world, and then we're going to get into specific projects, or further into specific projects. So the first AI token was, I believe, Turbo. I might be mistaken on this, but this is a very rudimentary. This is like the Wright brothers inventing flight, but then you look at the plane and it's like, it doesn't look like a 747 that we have these days. And it's like, oh, they stayed in the air for a little bit. That's what Turbo was, which is basically a human, a person, going and designing a AI token using ChatGPT. So they said, hey, ChatGPT, help me design a token. And ChatGPT gave them all the information, and then they had to go manually plug that in, mint the smart contract, la, la, la. This is old school early days. And you can see the date on this was May 2023. And this was the token that was created, and it's still doing pretty well. You can see it hit, it's now at a $584 million market cap just because it was the first. But where things got way more interesting was with Gotius Maximus. Now, Terminal of Truths, which you saw referenced in that Binance blog, is a AI terminal, I believe, where a guy had an AI talking to an AI. And Mark Andreessen, the founder of A16Z, sent this AI, who was tweeting on Twitter, $50,000. And they gave him a wallet. And basically, this AI was the sole owner of that $50,000. And what did this AI do? Well, it launched its own meme coin. And this was not where the person had to go and create the smart contract and fund the wallet on behalf of the AI. My understanding is this was one of the first ever times that an AI actually deployed the meme coin itself. And this skyrocketed to over $1 billion and really is one of the OG projects. It created a $1 billion meme coin, and it created the world's first AI agent millionaire in just a couple of weeks and only using a couple hundred of posts on X. AI16Z is obviously a play on A16Z, the company that Andreessen Horowitz, that is one of the biggest venture capital firms in the world. This is the blockchain parody AI version of them at an $800 million market cap, founded by, hilariously, Mark Andreessen, and P Marker is Mark Andreessen's official Twitter, and they've got PMAIRCA in here. So I thought that was very funny, but they've also got inside this ecosystem, ELIZA, which is a launch pad. Now, the ELIZA Launchpad made it extremely easy for anyone to launch their own AI agent. Basically what Truth of Terminals did with Gotius Maximus, now anyone can come on here in a sort of pumped up fun manner and create their own AI agent and have other people bid into it and buy into it. And they're all designed, just like we're talking about with the Pokemon, with different use cases. Some of them are trading bots, some of them are tweeting bots, some of them help run Telegram groups. But basically these Launchpads and Virtuals Protocol, which is the one we said at the start, is another one, allows anybody to be able to come in and create their own AI agent really simply, which is a blessing and a curse because it becomes very commoditized now that everyone can do it. They're not as special anymore, but it's also massive because everyone can have their own use cases, and the ones that do extremely well and the ones that are actually practical and valuable to the world, or the ones with the most hype behind it, can rise to the top and make a lot of money. Okay, awesome. So with that being said, I now want to break down the type of AI agents into 3 categories. Now you've got that context, so you're going to understand it. The first one is AI meme coins, which are meme coins created by AI agents, which have been a massive narrative. We talked about Gotius being one of the first. Genon, according to Miles Deutscher, was the second AI meme coin to take off and cross the $100 million mark. It was deployed off a tweet from Lumpen Space. And this is the Genon graph here. You can see it had a massive run up to a $170 million market cap and since pulled back, flattened for a while. You can see this was October last year, so really early in the meta, and starting to have a build back up now. Now, why are these meme coins so interesting? And honestly, this tweet was brilliant by him. He's talking about Murad, and he's talking about how Dogecoin and SPX 6900 and Giga are going to be absolute insane market caps, but when him tweeted this, I'm like, oh, it's actually interesting because for the first time ever, I've seen them as sort of static and outdated because they're very two-dimensional compared to meme coins with an AI agent operating their socials and operating their personality and operating their marketing strategy. So him says, I agree with the vision, but not the pics. As for superior memes, current static memes are exactly like Doge, just with a different animal picture, satisfying the same left curve crowd. Sentient memes satisfy everyone on the curve, currently under $1 billion as a category, which is AI meme coins, but with a personality, with an AI agent behind them, as we were discussing at the start of this video, doing all their marketing, doing all their SEO, doing all their tweeting, where you can literally, imagine if Dogecoin had an AI agent behind it, where you could tweet at Doge and it would reply back in whatever characteristic or personality that Doge had. It can also build things, it can also have ideas, it can also crowdsource ideas and then implement them and hire teams and allocate money. It's a very three-dimensional, dynamic way of doing meme coins. Now, him down here got asked, what are the sentient memes you speak of? And he said, sentient memes, AI agents adopting tokens on their own accord. Goat, Shigen, and Fartcoin. Fartcoin had a massive run up recently and is a big AI agent meme coin. Okay, so the second category, which isn't AI agent meme coins, is AI agent infrastructure. So Ryan Watkins says, I still don't think people grasp how big AI agents can get. Within a decade, 99% of blockchain transactions could be run by agentic swarms that rival corporations. And they talk about this word swarms, like a giant drone swarm of bots circling around you as you move through the world, doing all your bidding for you. AI agent platforms aren't meme launchpads. They're take-rate businesses on the economic engines of the future. This line is huge. So AI agent platforms, for example, we talk about Virtual, so we talk about AI 16Z, or should we say Eliza. This is where you can go and launch your own AI agent using that infrastructure. Just like you can launch a meme coin on Pump.fun, you can launch an AI agent on Eliza. However, they're not just launchpads, even though they are launchpads. They're take-rate businesses, which is referencing something like Eliza, where you give up 10% of your tokens to the original platform of Eliza, which means they're an economic engine of the future. So these AI agents are going to be going out there, being productive, making money, and then someone like Eliza or Virtual's protocol will be benefiting off that. Imagine if Shopify, which helped everybody launch an online store without coding, without any complexity, took 10% of each store's revenue. And I mean, I think they take a small percent, or the payment processing fee, but imagine if they owned a share in everything that they launched. And an interesting token inside AI infrastructure, which is recently pivoted there, is Alex Becker's favorite AI token, which is Desync. Destra Sentient, bringing AI agents into their ecosystem. These agents can think, tweet, animate themselves, and even chat with users during live streams. Destra Network is a powerhouse AI play for the alt season, built to deliver big. Okay, and then on top of that, what about the actual AI agents themselves? So one token in particular has shown itself to be promising and sort of the market leader, and it's called Graphene. Obviously, the AI in the name is part of the meta here. Now, according to the Crypto King, who makes really informative, awesome videos, thinks that Graphene will be $5 billion minimum this cycle. Money Lord says the only real AI utility coin that is at $300 million and will probably go to a $5 to $10 billion level is Graphene. The one that will not die but only grows as people use tech. It's not usually Twitter AI agent, it's the future of how you interact with crypto. And even Solana themselves have actually said that this feature by Graphene is pretty cool. If you don't want to order from a traditional site, Graphene.com lets you order using natural language interfacing with an AI agent, where you don't have to go buy your own stuff. You just tell it what you want. It can store your address, it can store your shipping preferences, and it's going to go and spend money out of your Solana wallet to go run all your tasks. Now, I'm still personally doing more and more research into these tokens, but I want to give you a couple of other people that I've been learning from for you to go either follow them and learn yourself, or just have a look at their recommendations that they're making. But I'm going to do a lot more content over the coming few months on AI agent. Seed Phrase, who is an OG crypto punk, a very wealthy guy in the crypto space, very well respected, said, instead of chasing every new AI agent launch, I'm focusing on the early movers, those that have already captured community attention, built strong teams and tech, and have been consolidating over the past few weeks. My gut says they're gearing up for an explosive breakout. Tyler D says, my whole thing is messy because my view of crypto and AI is much bigger than just agents that include infrastructure, content agents, trading agents, and memes. The obvious top 5 are Virtual, AI16Z, Goat, Cerebro, and Graphene. This guy here, OX Jeff, who I got this recommendation through Miles Deutscher, has put up some really awesome posts, and he said how to position yourself in this cycle part 2. He says accumulate the leaders, just like everyone else is saying, AI16Z and Virtual, and then diversify into other AI agent ecosystems such as Alchemist and Cerebro. Again, you're seeing these things pop up again and again. You can see what the common ones are, and then of course we're going to go into one that has not really been, or a couple actually, that have not really been mainstream yet, such as his third point where he says bet on smaller ecosystems. So Bid, set to relaunch at low valuation. Mates, about to launch with plans to roll out multiple unique agents. AI Gentfi, launching in 2 days on ZK Sync. Clanker, Arc. And he says as AI16Z and Virtual accelerate, these smaller ecosystems could follow and establish higher valuation floors, focus on ecosystems that feel unique and grab attention / mindshare. Now I want to show you 2 AI agents that's called to me for 2 different reasons. This one, I actually have no idea what it does. I was getting a little bit slow making this video, so I just thought I'd send it. This recommendation here is from Keto, who we featured, I believe in the last video or 2 videos ago, who is ahead in most narratives that are popping up. And I asked him to keep me informed for tokens that he thinks are going to be huge. He said KAAI is good, and it's already 3x since he mentioned it a while ago, which you can come here and see the graph again. He's called another banger. So shout out to Keto. He's doing really well. We're going to keep breaking him down on this channel. We've been chatting and he's giving me some other picks that we're going to be talking about. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button to make sure you get those. But yeah, it's gone from a $4 million market cap, picked up at a $16 million market cap. Keto is still bullish, so that's one I'm still personally going to be looking at. The other one I came to follow because I thought this was really awesome was Imperial. Now Imperial, they're trading a AI agent called something that is really hard to pronounce, Simulacrum AI. And what Simulacrum AI does, you can create and spawn an army of AI agents that make you money while you sleep if you know how to program them correctly or instruct them correctly, but where you can do it from a tweet or a DM, where from a single post or DM, you'll soon be able to create no-code AI agents that trade crypto, seize market opportunities, and execute complex DeFi strategies on your behalf. And Crypto Wizard, who's a big influencer and who has made a lot of money himself, says, I have the feeling EMP will run into the billions. AI agents narrative will blow up. You heard it here. Now, what is Imperial currently at, EMP? Well, it's had a nice pullback recently to 285 or an $84 million market cap, 85 fully diluted value, which would give you a 12x at a $1 billion valuation and a 24x at a $2 billion valuation. So this is one that I'm personally going to be keeping an eye on and might even come in and buy some in this pullback. Lastly, if you want to join our inner circle where we come across narratives, tokens, influencers that are about to shill things, we want to jump in before they shill them to their millions of followers. We track their wallets, we track their portfolios, we track their Twitters to basically become the booking.com, the aggregator of all of these influencers, all of their recommendations, and bring them to you in one clean, easy news feed inside our inner circle. We call it the whale tracker because it's really hard to stay on top of what everyone's recommending, and harder than that, you might be able to stay on top of it, but if you're just an hour slow to a new token that Becca recommends or an hour slow to a token that Miles Deutsche recommends, you could miss out on a 3 or 4x. That's how you can become the exit liquidity. So we want to move you up the news cycle. So if you enjoy the content on the channel and you want to get access to the new tokens and opportunities before they reach the normies on mainstream social media, come and join us in the inner circle. The link is in the description below. Looking forward to seeing you on the inside. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.